Hello and welcome to another Arkeys video and to a new 2 million credit time trial challenge on Gran Turismo 7. This time we are at Le Mans and we are in the 1997 BMW McLaren F1 GTR race car, and we are on racing medium tires. And this is not one of my strong tracks. Last time we did it was in the Group 4 Bugatti, where I had to really put some work in, and now we are in an even faster car. This video is the highlights from my first hour, first impressions, and then I jumped into the VR headset to see if I could get any further improvements. And if you are enjoying the content, please feel free to hit the like and subscribe button. It is highly appreciated. Now let's jump into my first attempt. So this is Thursday evening. I'm jumping into sport mode. I'm picking up my prize for the Nordschleife challenge. That was a really challenging but fun time trial to do, and now we're jumping into this one for the first time. Right, first attempt, here we go, and I didn't make it far, didn't even make it past the Dunlop chicane. Next lap I almost survived the entire lap, but then I ran wide out of the Porsche curves. Then I hit the bollards on the inside, ran wide, coming onto the Mulsanne straight, missing the chicane. This is the furthest I've got so far, but yeah, I messed that up as well, running wide there, missing the chicane, running wide there as well. But finally, I managed to get in a full lap. Let's hope I have at least gotten rid of the first beginner mistakes. We're braking just before the first total board, bringing the car down to second gear. Maybe I even used a bit of first. I'm trying to exit in second gear. You can exit in third gear as well. That's a bit more stable. Now I'm braking just after the red bollards on the right hand side. Just making sure not to run wide on the exit. Here you've got the sun shining straight in your face. It's a bit tough to see where you're going, so I'm just trying to go for it there. Now we're coming into the first chicane. I'm braking just before the 100 board, and you can see I'm really hesitant and clumsy and missing the apexes in the chicane as well. Now for the second chicane, we are getting the car slowed down, almost cutting too much of the inside there. I really need to improve those chicanes. Now for the Mulsanne corner, I think I get the car stopped in time. Yes, we make it down to first gear, don't hit the bollards on the inside though. I didn't get as straight a line out of the corner as I wanted, braking at the end of the curve on the right hand side and actually finding an apex there. Now braking at the middle Gantt board and almost overshooting that corner because I actually didn't brake at the middle Gantt board. I was braking too late there. I think I'm almost running wide into the Porsche curves. You really need to get the car slowed down so you can release the brake. Otherwise you will just understeer. And down to fourth gear, trying to keep it narrow towards the right hand side. And this is where I think the controller users might struggle. Those swift direction changes can be a bit tricky, which also shows through the chicane. It's a bit tricky to feel what you're doing and cannot get those snappy steering changes. We are across the line in a 3:43.940, and that's just outside gold. I've done 24 minutes just to get this lap in, so let's just carry on. We are once again coming up towards the Dunlop chicane. We are looking for the first board, but braking just short of it. Down to second gear, and I'm staying in second gear out of there, getting a bit of a slide on. The curbs can be really slidey when you get on the power, so really be careful. We are not running wide this time either. I think I'm mostly listening to where the sector time beep comes on. Now I'm braking just short of the 100 board. You can also look after the orange Marshall just before the 100 board as a sort of warning for the brake marker for the first chicane. Also braking just short of the 100 board for the second chicane. And do we make it out of there? Yeah, still exiting in second gear. I might change that to third gear throughout the video. And we get the car stopped. Ooh, that was close to the bollards, but at least we get a decent run out of there. Braking at the end of the curve on the right hand side, down to second. First gear. I really missed the apex this time. Now looking for the middle board. Am I going to? Yeah, I actually braked a tiny bit too late. You can see I didn't get the best run out of there. Now for the Porsche curves, still a bit wide, not as wide as the last time, but that will compromise my line into this corner, so I missed that apex as well. Can I at least keep the car tight to the right hand side? Sort of. Now let's see, maybe a dab on the brakes. That usually helps to get the steering in. We managed to not pick up an invalidated lap there. We're going through the final chicanes, and let's just get across the line, and this is going to be a 3:42.150, so that is still within the gold limit. I tried to keep going, but ended up in the wall there once again. We've been driving for a little over half an hour. I just want to make my goal a bit more secure, so we keep going. And coming into the chicane, just really being careful coming back onto the power. And braking just after those red bollards on the right hand side and keeping a good line through there so we don't run wide. Braking just after the sector beep is so tough to see where you're going, so I'm just going a bit by feel. Braking just before the 100 board for the first chicane. We managed to get through there a bit slidey on the exit. And now for the second chicane, just short of the 100 board. And we are going down to second gear. It's a bit like you need to use the first part of the chicane, just throw in the car, get the car rotated at the apex mid-chicane, and then get a good exit out of there. Now we're coming into Indianapolis. Do I find an apex? Yeah, I actually found an apex this time. And can I brake early enough this time? I think we are getting, no, I actually overshot it a tiny bit, almost ended up in the wall. Now for the Porsche curves, and this time I think, each time I'm getting a bit closer to the right hand side, and my line for the next corner is better this time as well. I downshifted a bit early to fourth gear. I don't know what I was doing there, but at least we can get a decent run out of here. You can see this is where I feel really insecure getting out of the Porsche curves. And a bit clumsy, missing that apex, but we made it through the chicane as well. And we are across the line in a 3:41.588. We've got less than 20 minutes left of the first hour now, so we just need to keep going. And this is actually the end of the penultimate lap of the first hour, first impressions session. We are going through the chicane and we are going to go across the line in a 3:41.032, and we keep going because this is one of the rare occasions where I managed to both complete and improve 2 laps in a row, and especially on this long track, that is a rare occurrence. That was really close to cutting the first apex of the chicane there, but we managed to get away with it. I get a much better run onto the straight. I have lost some time in the first sector, but we slowly start to gain it back. But unfortunately, as we're coming into the first chicane, I'm going to throw it all away, going sideways there on the curve. And you can see now all that time is lost. At the Porsche curves, we have slowly been gaining it back. And let's see what we can do going through here. Now we are dropping to fourth gear, keeping it sort of close to the right hand side, not really that close, and we get the car missing that apex, but at least we got the car turned and didn't run wide, and I am gaining compared to my previous lap. So now this is suddenly looking good. Now for the fourth chicanes, going through the first one and now this second one, which I really hate that one, usually mess that up. But we go across the line in a 3:40.652. We've done 12 minutes over the first hour, and now we are jumping into the VR headset. This is later that evening. I've switched to another account. I did have some dinner before doing this, but it is getting rather late. We are about to beat our previous time. It took some time to get up to speed in VR, but this car is nice in VR as you are seated in the middle of the car. I'm down to a 3:40.422, but I had to get some sleep. So this is the next day after work. Still in the VR. Now I had set a goal for myself to get into the 39s. As soon as I got into the 39s, I would stop. But as you will see, the game decided to troll me. This is a 3 minute 40.012, and my next improvement is even more ridiculous because this is going to be a 3 minute 40.000. Yeah, there it is laughing at me. So now we are at the final run of this video. So we are coming up towards the first chicane. We are widening the line a bit, and now we are looking for the first total board, getting the car slowed down using a bit of first gear. I am exiting in second gear. You can still do it in third gear for a bit more stability. Now I'm braking just after the red bollards, but way before that tarmac strip on the right hand side. And now I am basically just listening for the sector beep, and then shortly after that a tap on the brakes, get the car turned, and then you can get back onto the power. Now we are looking for the orange Marshall, which is a warning for the brake marker, but the brake marker is the 100 board, which you need to brake just before. We made it through the first chicane. Now for the second chicane, there are a couple of trees with where you can visibly see the trunk of the trees just before the 100 board. I used them as a warning reference as well. We made it through the second chicane, and as we're coming up towards Mulsanne corner, you can see that white square. It's a board, it's a fence, I don't know, but I used that as a reference for the corner. We managed to survive it. I'm braking slightly after that mentioned marker there. And now for the Indianapolis, braking at the end of the curb. As already mentioned, we found an apex this time, a bit loose on the rear. On the exit, we are getting the car stopped. I didn't get a straight line out of Anar's corner there, but we are still alive. Now for the Porsche curves, I'm braking at that green stuff you could just see on the right hand side. That was a decent line through there. Now I'm almost getting a bit too brave. You can see I'm coming in a bit hot, but I managed to get the car down to fourth gear and sort of keep it towards the right hand side. And now I'm just being really cautious. You can see me lifting several times to make sure I didn't get the lap invalidated. Now for the final chicane, I'm braking well before the pit exit starts. And for the second chicane, down to first, up to second. And we managed to get across the line in a 3:39.619. And this is where I'm going to leave this. I don't have much time to race or time trial at the moment, so I just wanted to make sure that my time will stick, and then I will leave it at that. I hope you enjoyed the video, found it entertaining and maybe even somewhat useful. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time. Bye bye.